Hi guys, it's still the same rusted antiquity from Cobweb. I just came out of my hiding now. I feel like having some chats with some people, but something struck me. I said, okay, let us deal on some issues that do bother our mentalities about information we do receive from the hospitals or from our GPs, our doctors about ourselves. Because due to the pandemic, every sickness at the moment is running towards being called coronavirus. And once you get the information, if you don't, know how to manage yourself, you may subject yourself to untimely depression. That's good anyway. But before the coronavirus, we had HIV, the human immune virus, also called S. Okay. Many people today have come to challenge some propositions about it, and I am one of them. When I am talking about it, I want you to listen to me subjectively so that you can filter what you like from it. Take what you need and leave the rest. It is purely subjective. I am not a scientist. I am not a doctor. I am not a virologist. I am simply a man who is almost good at nothing. But I can talk at least. Okay. The issue about S is that, from my own point of understanding, the S that kills is not the biological one, but the psychological one. There's a difference between biological HIV and psychological HIV. The biological HIV is that you have the virus inside of you. The psychological one is that you have it in your brain. For instance, somebody who goes to the hospital and gets the information that he or she has HIV or is positive will be compelled to mental torture. Actually, the first person that we dislike or hate that person is him or herself. You won't feel comfortable any longer within yourself. Why? Because you are probably thinking of your death. It's no longer a matter of if, it's when. When will I die? That is subject you to severe mental torture. Then from that, when you've hated yourself, your family will get the information that you are HIV positive. Their own hatred will kick in. They'll be serving you from a distance. You will be in isolation. Different plate, different cup to drink, different cutlery, different room. Nobody will come in close contact with you anymore. Families have abandoned you to your fate. Friends will now come. You will no longer see them. Simply because they are afraid that you might transmit the disease to them by one way or the other. And in the whole world of multi-billion people, you will be very lonely in your enclave, thinking of nothing but the day you will die. And by so thinking, you will lose appetite. And when you lose appetite, you won't be eating. Obviously, you will lose weight. You grow skinny. And when the worms in your system fail to see their normal food, they will come looking for them by going through your system. Then you have rashes all over you. And slowly, you obviously you will die. God forbid. I don't mean you. I don't mean I. You know? When I often talk about this, people do understand me as somebody preaching sexual promiscuity. No. Always protect yourself wherever you go. Because even if you don't contact HIV, you can have unwanted pregnancy. You can have gonorrhea or any other venereal disease. Those ones are as dangerous as HIV itself. So, the point I'm making is this. Relieve your mind from those things that torture you. Robert Nesta Marley, Bob Marley says, emancipate yourself from mental slavery. If you get the information, relax yourself. You have coronavirus. Yes. It's not a big deal. I'll deal with it. That's it. You crack on with your life. Move on. Keep moving. Don't look back. That reminds me of a story I read in my infant days. I found that little book in my father's, locker, and I took it and read. It is called The Fat Woman and the Doctor. This woman was so obese, just like two elephants joined together. He couldn't even fit into the door. He couldn't go through the door. They were looking for where to cure her, excuse me. Everywhere failed until one native doctor said that he can cure her. They brought her to him, and the man said, okay, let me consult the spirits to know actually why you are like this. He went into his temple, consulted the oracle, and the oracle said to him, this woman is very wicked. We will kill him. The spirits have made up their mind to kill her. We will kill her. The native doctor came and told the woman what the spirits have said, and said to her, anyway, what I have to do, I will administer some medications on you, which you will, and also give you some, which will be taken when you go home. I will be interceding on your behalf with the spirits to see if they can change their mind on you. But for sure, they have passed a death sentence on you. But I will intercede on your behalf. Go home and come back in apparently 2 months. Let me see if the situation has changed. The woman left. Before 2 months, she has lost weight. She quickly rushed back to the native doctor. What has the spirit said about me? The man looked at her and said to her, today is the spirit's market day. They went to the market. They are not around today. But have this, have that. Hold on, let me, put some things in your ear, put some things in your eyes, and then you eat this. He gave her something to eat, and she ate. And he said to her, come back in the next 2 months. Let me see what the spirits have actually said. In the next 2 months, the woman went back to the native doctor, quite skinny, very lanky this time around. And the man looked at her and said to her, anyway, you are very fortunate. The spirits have changed their mind about you. Now go home and make sure you are kind to everyone. Otherwise, this sickness will come back to you. Do your gym every day. You have to run at least 1,000 meters and walk like 6,000 steps to make sure that the spirits don't come back to you. She left and started doing her gym. Has the man cured her? Yes. What did he cure her with? No medication, no spirit involved, nothing. He only cured her with information. You are going to die. While she was thinking of how to die, she lost weight. And the problem was, what can we do to make her lose weight? Someone came to tell her that she was going to die, and she lost the weight. Mission accomplished. That is to tell you the magnitude of information in our processing system and the way it affects us physically in our bodies. The obese woman realized that she was going to die and lost weight. That is how an HIV positive person loses weight, because of the way he or she absorbs the information. But to me, death is not always an easy thing for people to bear. So, what I'm saying in effect is this: whether you are coronavirus positive or negative, approach it with a good mind, and all shall be well. Don't subject yourself to any mental torture, otherwise you may die earlier than expected. I hope this doesn't happen to us. Thank you so much.